What you're about to witness is a very self-indulgent video for completely materialist bragging rights kind of purposes, but I'm excited to do it. Been meaning to do this for a long time. I think I've reached a state of perfection. What you're about to see is some call it a man cave. Mine is actually a man loft, because you'll see here there's a half wall. I'm on the second floor and you look down and whoa, there's a couch and a big Chinese fan. Thank you, Andy Keller. It's a good wedding gift. Anyway, we're going to start by looking at the walls and all the cool stuff on the walls, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the shelves. Starting in this corner, I have, well, my Lord of the Rings War in the North sparkling cider, which I drank in its entirety. There's a video on YouTube of me celebrating that. The Cheers to Tolkien Day, January 3rd. Did that for RPG Fan. This is Lego Airman. I mentioned this when I first went to MagFest in January of 2010. This was on the Gameosaurus website, I believe. This is made by MC Deathbear. Lego Airman. Very much like that from Mega Man 2. This is a poster for the indie game Aquaria. I love this game very, very much. Very recently played it and wrote about it on the site. There's a big TV here. If you'll check it out, I recently adopted 2 cats from the SPCA. This is the younger one. Her name's Freya. Psst, psst. Hey, Freya. She's a good girl. Yeah, this TV's a 42-inch HD TV from Dynext. It's sort of a generic brand, but does the job. Rise and Fall 5 Iron Frenzy. This is the 5 Iron poster that obviously came with the Rise and Fall DVD. 5 Iron Frenzy, one of my favorite bands. This is a nice little scroll. I think Jenny picked this up, Jenny being my wife. And here on top of this speaker, hey, Suikoden 2, you must be super rich. No, next week I'll be giving that back to the guy who lent it to me. Thank you, Damien. Played it, beat it, wrote about it on Gameosaurus. Beautiful, beautiful game. Alright, over here, we'll get to the details of what's on this shelf later, but you can see it's bookended with posters of my favorite, currently and for some years now, my favorite hip-hop artist, Mr. J. Medeiros. This poster is from 2 CDs ago, the Friends, Enemies, Apples, Apples album, and this poster came with his newest album, Saudade, which is just a beautiful album. This poster over here is for Adventure University, an indie game that is not yet out. I think his name is James something. His signature's down in the corner. I see him at MagFest and I saw him at Anime Boston. Super nice guy, and so I framed that poster because I liked it. And over here, these are 2 of my favorite items ever. Down here is the Final Fantasy VIII Piano Collection's first edition watercolor poster / year 2000 calendar. You can see they always put calendar crap at the bottom, but the point is it's a nice poster. Just recently got it nicely framed from Framers Workshop in York, Pennsylvania. Thanks, guys. Love the crap out of this poster. My understanding is it's pretty rare. I sold the first print of the FF8 Piano Collection, and I've rebought that album 2 or 3 times as I needed money and then didn't need money during college. But I love this poster. And then up here, I'm still doing a bit of work with RPG Fan, just writing a soundtrack review every now and then. Hey, there's my face. I'm gonna duck down so you don't see it. This is a little plaque they got for me when I retired officially in March 2011. You know, as you can see, I put in about 12 years doing many reviews. I love the site, still support it, still do a little bit of work for him, but when they made this plaque for me when I retired, they came out and presented it at a dinner. That's also written about on the Gameosaurus blog, and I just love it. So thanks again, guys, for that. This is the couch I sit on. Alright, now let's get into the shelves and stuff. Over here, what used to be a changing table has become a place for stuff. You can see this is the artwork for the Saga series, came with the Saga box. Little Oath and Felgana stand-up poster. We got PC games, some titles from Hirameki that my friend Neil Chandran either gave to me or I traded him items for. I can't remember how that went, but yeah, you got Phantom of Inferno in that DVD case. You got the Exodus Guilty trilogy, Aiori Aoshi. I got Final Fantasy XI in different boxes. I got the limited edition boxes for Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles, as well as Persona 1 and now 2 Innocent Sin. Some other boxes up there. Down here is the subwoofer for my sound system. I also keep a little Falcom artwork thing there. And you can see I have, it's 5.1 setup, so I got little back speakers there and on the other side of the couch. I own a Wii and a PS3, no Xbox 360. Currently playing the Eco and Shadow of the Colossus HD collection. I just finished Eco and I'm going through Shadow of the Colossus again. If you look in these little closets to the shelving unit here, you'll find a lot of interesting stuff. The bottom right is my PSP games. I have a few lent out, but that's most of them. I got some TV series over there. I got all of Arrested Development. I also have some concert and music video compilation stuff there. My few Wii games are on the left there. You'll see Metroid Prime 3 and Sheer and the Wanderer. I also own the other M. Someone's borrowing it right now. I can't even remember who. They're on Blu-ray. That's very awesome. The BBC Natural History Collection. Anyone who has a Blu-ray player should pick it up. It has all of Planet Earth. It also has 3 other documentaries. The River Ganges, one on China, and one on the Galapagos Islands. Very good stuff. Other Blu-ray movies over there on that shelf. Great anime that I've gotten on Blu-ray. Nausica's on Blu-ray, Ponyo's on Blu-ray. I also have Paprika, Origin, Summer Wars, and Tekkon Kinkreet. So Coraline on DVD. Love that film. Got some DS games. That's most of them. Again, I think a few are loaned out. You can see I got DQ 4, 5, and 6. I have every Phoenix Wright game. I have Ghost Trick. Down here is what remains of my PS2 games, the stuff I've chosen to keep. You got Dragon Quest VIII, Romancing Saga. The other Shadow of the Colossus, I can turn that in now. Probably sell it for like $1. Sakura Wars. Digital Devil Saga games, Persona 3 Fez, Persona 4, which I stopped playing so I can play Golden on the Vita. Star Ocean 3, which I've not yet played, the Xenosaga trilogy, which I love, and E6, the Ark of Napishtim. So that's what's there. Over here is old DVD movies. I have pretty much every Miyazaki film. I don't have Whisper of the Heart, but pretty much everything else if you look closely. If you see a film in there that you're like, oh, that's a dumb movie, my wife owned it, not me. I did not bring dumb movies into this house. She brought good movies in too. You'll see Shawshank Redemption. She brought that in. That's a fine film. Oh, there's a good film, The Place Promised in Our Early Days on DVD. It's a very good movie. It's a good anime. So that's the movies. That big shelf that we passed earlier on the wall has 2 things going for it. On the top we have the PS3 games. I'm missing a few that I've lent out, but you got Blaze Blue and more Blaze Blue, Demon Souls, Eternal Sonata, Guitar Hero 3, the first LBP, a Naruto fighting game, Nier, which is a must-have, Portal 2, Prince of Persia, Rock Band 3, Soul Calibur 4, and Valkyria Chronicles. Hey, did you notice everything you've seen is in alphabetical order? There's a reason for that. I'm crazy. Here is 6 shelves worth of video game music, almost all from Japan. There's some American and Europe printed stuff in there. So you're starting at the numbers. There's Nobuo Uematsu's 10 short stories down through the letter E. That's an anime soundtrack actually, Evangelion Refrain. It's a vocal image album, but you see Death Smiles, Chill SQ, some Atelier stuff, the Aquaria soundtrack, which is how I got that Aquaria poster. Right there's the 7th Dragon piano and strings album. It's good. Fable 3, and then we start into Final Fantasy, which takes pretty much 2 full shelves. We got it's pretty much all the piano collections. Got the 10 OST again recently. Oh, and I have every 11 soundtrack. Everything for Final Fantasy 11. Something that you're like, oh, I'm missing something. We'll get to the rest later, but I've got it all because I love that MMO. Got 13, and then we get into the letter G. Got the Suikoden 2 Oritsante. You got Gun Girl 2 from Josh Welchel. Last Bible 1 and 2. Oh, there's a Cave album here. I think that's Ibarra. Yeah, it's the Ibarra original soundtrack. The Melody of Legend albums, Misty Blue. The Napple Tale albums, all 3 CDs that have been released for Nier so far. One Up's Volume 2 and also Intergalactic Redux, Princess Mononoke, Racing Lagoon, the 2 Retro Remix Reviews albums, all the arrange albums for Romancing Saga, and then over here the other Saga albums that aren't in the box. Seigen Densetsu 2 original sound version, signed by Hiroki Kikuta at MagFest this January. Thank you, Kikuta-san. And then there's Sekaiju no Mekyu 1 and 2, Super Arrange, Seiken Sekai, yeah, this goes first. Persona 1 and 2 bonus soundtracks. Soul Kaigi recently got, you heard that on podcast episode 19, SQ Chips. Super Meat Boy Double Disc, nice to meet you. Love you, Danny Baranowski. Symphonic Fantasies and Symphonic Shades, those are the Thomas Berker WDR concerts in Cologne. One is Chris Hulsbeck, the other is Square Enix related. Very good albums. Uncharted Waters 2 Special Edition is on the top of this shelf. Vagrant Stories, Xenogears, more Xenogears, more Xenogears, Xenosaga. These ones that don't have labels are East related. East 1, 2, 3 is the Felgama Perfect Collection, and then East 6 OST and Vocal Collection, and then the Sly Original Soundtrack 2008, it's the PSP version. I'm always getting more and sometimes getting less. I promised my wife that I will never get more than what fits on this shelf, so at worst I'd move these PS3 games to buy more soundtracks, but I will not go over this limit on my game music, and I think I can hold to that, especially because box sets don't count, and let's look at those. We got the FF11 Premium box, that's 7 CDs of music, including 2 that's exclusive to the box. They actually have 2 FF11 piano collections, and one of them's in there. Oh, there's some guidebooks and this Kuro Wars art book over there. Lord of the Rings Online Collector's Edition has a bonus soundtrack in it from Chance Thomas. Also has The One Ring. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, I have The One Ring. Recently released Seiken Densetsu box, that's 19 discs of audio plus a DVD, very good. East the Oath and Felghana on PC from Japan. I bought it because there was a fan translation patch, and it was on sale for $10, which is crazy. And there's an 8-disc collection of music of all the East 3 arrangements throughout the years, up to and including Oath and Felghana. FF13 limited edition boxes straddled between the various forms of packaging for the Saga 20th anniversary 20-disc soundtrack. There's some shot glasses, also from Lord of the Rings War in the North, very cool. Here are books. I don't own too many of them. I have some more books downstairs, but these were mostly things I picked up in college. Some interesting stuff in here. You see I got Freakonomics. There's a Just War book that I disagree with. 2 that I really like, there's Umberto Eco's Name of the Rose, highly recommended. Fiction and Till We Have Faces, that's the first American print. A guy named Sam bought that for me. And Sam's a super cool guy. He got that for me in Kennett Square in 2004. Anyone who's read C.S. Lewis, you know, even if you're dissuaded by some of the Christian analogies, this is one of his best pieces of fiction, and one of his last, too. He wrote it, I think, right before his wife died, somewhere around 57, 58. I guess it was around when he was getting married. Very good book. I keep all of my not game music as well. I'm a huge collector. Like I said, I shouldn't be a materialist, but I am. You'll see a bunch of Tori Amos up there. As you scroll down, you'll see all sorts of stuff. A lot of contemporary Christian music that I collected over the years and still keep because I like it. Lots of Five Iron Frenzy, there's John Foreman's 4-disc Seasons EPs, the End of the Woods soundtrack, Iona, Jars of Clay, like every Jars of Clay album. Interesting stuff over here, you got All For Me Without You albums, Mr. J. Medeiros. Down here we got Andrew Peterson, The Lion K, oh, Rocking Horse Winter, that's good. I have every Sixpence album, every Sufjan Stevens album, that's good stuff. Swell Season, that's good. And then pictures of my family. So I think that's everything, and we're coming up on 15 minutes. Thanks for watching. I want to thank Dennis, also known as Zapper101 on YouTube, who did this type of video about a year before I did, and I've always wanted to do this, and now I have, so thanks, Dennis.